Hey, what's up YouTube? Back in the garage again today working on the Z, and we're pretty much following the same theme of getting the car a bit more street legal. So in this video we're going to be installing the windshield wiper motor. So I took that out probably years ago now, had it in a box and just been waiting to install it, and it's about that time. So I've been working with the wiring and trying to figure out how the wires work because I don't have any of the stock harness. So I've got some of that to show you, and yeah, I could probably get away with running Rain-X on the windshield, but like I said, I have the stock motor, so I might as well just throw it in and we'll have some functioning windshield wipers. So I'm gonna show you what I got going on with the motor, and we'll go from there. So this is the windshield wiper motor. You usually see it in a black kind of weatherproof case. Since I've taken that off, you can actually see the motor. And I'm working with the wires, trying to figure out what gets this thing to kick on. And so I'm gonna run through that fairly quickly of what I found out, and with the help of some other Datsun people. So the yellow wire, not needed. That was for the windshield wiper fluid to work. There's a black wire that's also not needed, and here's two other black wires. So you're gonna have to, if you're in the same situation I'm in, you're gonna have to just play with this the way I'm kind of playing it with alligator clips. So this blue with red stripe, that is power. That's what gets this thing to kick on. And this blue with a yellow stripe needs to be grounded. And so when these two are, this one's getting power, this one's getting ground, I'm going to connect this one, just tap it to the power. You're going to hear the motor click on. So that was on and then off. And you see that the motor didn't spin. And that's what these two leftover black wires are for. One is high speed and one is low speed. So I'm going to go ahead and get these connected, and I'll show you the difference between the two speeds. So let's go ahead and get this alligator clip connected. Motor's on. Now I will just touch this one to the ground. Motor's spinning. I'm going to touch that bottom one to the ground. You can see that's spinning quite a bit slower. So that's the slow speed, and that's the fast speed. And really, for me, that's all I needed to know. I just needed to know what turns it on and what's the quick speed or the fast speed, because all I'm gonna do is wire in a switch on and off. That's all I need for this car, because I don't plan to be driving in the rain. And if I do drive it in the rain, I don't need a bunch of fancy speeds. I need one speed for this car. So hopefully that provides a little insight into the wiring. So after cleaning up the bag and getting these components painted, it turned out looking pretty good. All I did was slide the motor into the bag. I zip tied the ends on it because it had some plastic clips that, you know, of course, grown old and don't work anymore really. And then just reused the 3 screws, and this is pretty much it. I also reused the bushings that came with it. So got those, but I'm going to use some new hardware because the old stuff was pretty rusty, except for these not too bad, but this one and these up here are pretty bad. There's also some bushings that go around here. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to use those. Where'd they go? These bushings, they've kind of separated, but they are supposed to go, you know, one there, one here. And I guess they can stay there because the mechanism that bolts to the top of this will hold them there. So I'll probably clean those up, and then we're going to get this installed in the car. totally forgot how this went into the car, but we finally got it figured out, and what a pain in the ass getting the nut on the back. You can't even see it. I don't even know how. You can kind of see it. It's right here. That right there, that ties the motor to the windshield wipers. That was a pain to get on, but finally got it on, and now it's time to go ahead and finish bolting this in. Here's the wires that I needed, quite a bit longer obviously, and should be able to come out this hole here, drill a little hole, and then possibly go through one of these holes down here. So we'll try and be discreet with the wires, try and hide them as best we can to get them into the cabin. Go. Okay, so that was a pretty crude test to make sure that the windshield wiper was kind of functioning as it should. Obviously, I don't have a windshield in there right now, and I didn't bolt the windshield wiper down hard enough, and so that's why the windshield wiper had some kind of weird movements, because it was spinning on the the rotation windshield wiper thing. Since I didn't have it tightened down, it wasn't making its full rotation here, but then as it went on, it did get tighter, and so that's when we got the nice sweeps. Quick run through. This panel is super nice. It's got the fuse and the relay, so you just run a wire. You just run your heavy gauge wire to whatever you want to power, and then this thing basically controls the on and off function. So yeah, that's what's going to control the windshield wipers. I put it on this last switch here because I don't ever plan to really use it.